And now for this week's interview, we have a very special guest. He is the OAC Offensive Player of the Week, wide receiver for your John Carroll Blue Streaks, Junior Brennan Fugh. Brennan, thanks so much for stopping by, and how's everything going today?
It's going. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So we're going to start things off with your high school career. So you went to Shaler area high school in Pennsylvania, and there you were named first team all-conference in football, but you were also conference honorable mention in basketball. So how did playing both of these sports prepare you for where you are right now?
Well, going out there for football, obviously I played all sports all throughout growing up and stuff like that. But the people I grew up with, the coaches I was with growing up, they made me into the athlete I am today, helping me perform the way I perform.
And then now kind of going into your John Carroll career so far, you did have a cousin, Alex Klein. Yeah. He was class of 2013 here.
Yes, sir.
And he was an all-OAC honorable mention wide receiver his senior year with the Blue Streaks. Did that influence you choosing to come here at all, and why not?
Yeah, there was a little influence on there. During my recruitment process, he was always on me saying, hey, how about them Blue Streaks? But he's still texting me to this day, on me every day, making sure I'm playing to the best of my ability, make sure I'm working the best to be able to perform at my best.
Well, it's nice that he's still in touch with you, even though he's been out of school here for a while now. It's very nice to hear. And now, kind of going into you playing the wide receiver spot, are there any wide receivers that you try to model your game after? And if so, who might they be?
Obviously you got DeAndre Hopkins and stuff like that, being able to go up and get everyone, catch balls on top of people. Then you got one of my low-key favorites was Deshaun Jackson. I don't have his speed, but I always liked how he could just fly past people. Then Steve Smith, senior, the way he talked and the way he showed his game, I don't know. I try to do some stuff on that, be able to be able to perform and do my athletic performance, do the talking for.
Well, yeah, it certainly has so far this season. And Steve Smith, back in week 1, I had my former high school teammate Joey Torak, who's also in the wide receiver room, as my guest here on the week 1 version of the preview show. And he also mentioned Steve Smith was one of his favorite wide receivers, somebody who he really tried to model his game after. Do you both know that? Have you talked to each other about him and maybe watched some of his film together or anything like that?
No, I actually didn't know that. That's cool to see that.
That might have to be a talking point next time you talk to each other.
Yeah, that is definitely something we need to bring up.
Well, great minds think alike.
Yes, sir.
Especially in the same position group. Junior wide receiver Brennan Fugh is our guest on the John Carroll Football Preview Show. So at the moment this year, you currently lead John Carroll in receptions. You have 20 so far. Receiving yards, 501, and receiving touchdowns with 5. So with that, what's been working well in terms of that chemistry between yourself and your starting quarterback, Jake Floria?
We talk most of the time at practice, and we go over what the game plan is and stuff like that. And I just try to go out there. Both of us, we try to go out there and do what we can to get a Blue Streak win, whether that's blocking, catching, or him doing his reads and stuff like that. We just do what we can for the win.
And has that chemistry been kind of going and working well even during the off season? Especially, you had that period between the spring season where you had a great season in the spring as well, but then also going into the fall season. Was there work being done right in between those?
Yeah, so there was a couple weekends throughout the summer that I'd come up and me and him would go and catch with me, Keyshawn, Torok, and Lim, or with Devin Limerick. Yeah, we'd go out and run routes and catch balls and stuff like that to get that connection.
That's awesome. And now, kind of going into this past week now, you finished with 7 receptions for 242 yards. It was actually good for 4th most in school history. And a trio of touchdowns. And the yards and the touchdowns are both career highs for you. Huge congratulations to you on an excellent performance at Capitol this past week. So actually, as a result, you were named OAC Offensive Player of the Week. And, what does this honor mean to you? And ultimately, how can you keep that positive momentum going for the offense moving forward, especially today against Ohio Northern?
No, absolutely. It means a lot being able to see that. Then, but I got to give all the credit to my teammates and stuff like that. They're the ones keeping me going at practice, I don't know, show me how to do certain things. Like me and Key, like we practice our blocking and stuff like that, and he'll like help me with my routes and stuff like that. So like I got to give all of my credits to them and being able to make me a better player.
Well, it's very nice to hear that you're noticing the work that all of your teammates are doing to help you be the player that you are right now. So, kind of reflecting on your John Carroll football experience as a whole so far, what would you say your favorite memory is, either on or off the field?
Has to be the locker room. Locker room, like it's not the actual playing. Like that's up there as well, but like it's like the being around the buddies in the locker room, being around the buddies on the bus, going to meetings. Like that's like where the real brotherhood comes in. I think like that we like talk, like make fun of people. Like it's just a great experience.
Right. So that's something that Coach Finati really emphasizes for you guys, is building the Blue Streak brotherhood, and it definitely seems to be more than just on the field, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Very good. Once again, junior wide receiver Brennan Fugh is our guest on the Week 6 edition of the John Carroll Football Preview Show. Now we're going to kind of take a dive into off the football field. So at the moment, you do have a couple more years here at John Carroll. Do you have any plans in mind for maybe what you might be getting into after graduating from John Carroll?
So I think I'm leaning toward, I'm an exercise science major, so I think I'm going to lean towards like physical therapy. So I'm going to go get my master's in physical therapy, then we'll see where it goes from there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And that definitely seems to tie into, playing the sports. Yeah. You seem to get an understanding of what might go into that and how that profession works, especially working with athletes.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to go in physical therapy. I'm around the sport, and around like the injuries or whatever like physical therapies have to go and do. But yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to be a physical therapist.
Very cool. And then now getting into, off the field once again, what do you enjoy doing when you're not between the white lines playing some football?
See, I'm not a big video games guy. Like, I'm not very good at them to begin with, but I love the golf. Like, I might not be the greatest, but I just love being the atmosphere, going out and golfing in the morning or something like that. During the summer, me and my dad tried to get out every here and there, but definitely golf is one of my off the field passions.
The weather's been certainly treating us well here in the Northeast Ohio area these past few weeks. Have you gotten a chance to go out golfing at all?
A few weeks. 2 weeks ago on Sunday or whenever it was, got to go up to the airport greens out here.
Oh, nice.
Shot a couple. Not saying it was the best round, but
nice.
It was good. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah,
me and the buddies. Yeah.
Oh, nice. So you have a few of your teammates who will play with you as well.
Josh McLean, defense. Yeah, we'll go out. Me, Josh, Jason DiMatteo, our student coach. We'll go out there and toss the ball around a little bit, hit it a little bit.
That is awesome to hear that the team bonding is going even on both sides of the ball as well as with the coaching staff too. Now we're going to kind of get into our last segment. It's a bit of a rapid-fire type of segment. So by no means are you going to be timed. It's just quick questions, try to get some quick, short answers to try to have the John Carroll faithful get to know you a little bit better. Gotcha. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. First up, favorite food?
Steak.
No hesitation. And your fellow receiver Joey Torak said the exact same without any hesitation as well. Favorite show?
That's a hard one. We'll go with Friends. Simple.
Friends. Yeah. Very nice. How about your favorite movie?
Saving Private Ryan.
Definitely not an easy watch.
No.
You'd have to say. Favorite musician?
Eric Church.
Awesome. So country, right?
Oh yeah, country's probably tops my list of favorite music.
Nice.
Yeah.
How about favorite book?
The Great Gatsby was a good book. We read it back in high school. So.
And how about your favorite current football player?
Favorite current? I don't know. I do like DeAndre Hopkins. Alvin Kamara's he's a stud. So probably Alvin Kamara and DeAndre Hopkins are my two.
Alvin Kamara, he's almost like a wide receiver in the backfield.
Yeah, he's dual
so
threat. Yeah, he'll run the ball over you. He'll receive the ball over you.
Definitely.
Great player. Yeah.
How about your favorite all-time player?
Emmitt Smith.
Oh, going to running back instead of wide receiver.
My mom, she in Pee Wee football, I guess we could wear whatever jersey we wanted. My mom found this Emmitt Smith jersey. So I always wore that to practice, so that he's probably my favorite player of all time. So, yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And lastly, what is your favorite route to run as a wide receiver?
Ooh, go route.
So that's just going deep?
Catch the ball over you.
You definitely did that a few times this past Saturday against Capital. You had receiving touchdowns from 40, 59, and 61 yards. Very impressive.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, that is just about going to wrap things up here for our Week 6 John Carroll Football Preview Show interview with junior wide receiver Brennan Fugh. Brennan, thanks so much for
Thank you for having me.
taking the time, and best of luck this week against Ohio Northern.
Thank you.
Absolutely.